Hello and welcome to the Street Angel Show here in the heart of Hollywood. I am Mandolin Reese and I'm known as the Street Angel, and we're at Zena TV Studios. So I just want to introduce myself. Again, I'm Mandolin Reese and I run around all of the country promoting kindness. Let's work together for the good of all. And here's just some of my posters that I do. But, make your courage greater than your fears. And be kind, be positive, be giving. So I've been doing this over 5 years all over the country, take it to the airports, red carpets, festivals, just trying to get more unity and kindness in the world. And I do volunteer work, acts of kindness, charity support, and I promote these things on social media, trying to get people, to do more acts of kindness, get involved in their communities. And yeah, here's some pictures of me in action. I do donation drives sometimes and work with different charities and things like that to collect donations, and sometimes I host events. So yeah, that is me. And I wanted to say that the purpose of this talk show that I have here in Hollywood is to help others. So I like to have the audience get amazing content and information and see really cool guests who are also helping to change the world for the better. And I would like to say my heart is pretty somber today from hearing about the shooting in Vegas. It's like one of the worst days in our country's history. And it's been hard for me to keep my composure because I was crying all morning. And I've been trying to not mess my makeup up and all that stuff. But, that's something I wanted to talk about with my guest. But first, let me thank a sponsor really quick. I'd like to thank Art San. He does sports massage in downtown Los Angeles. If you need a really good, deep, sports massage, you can visit his website to schedule with him. Sports Massage Extreme or Sports Extreme Massage. Sorry if I said it wrong. SportsMassageExtreme.com. Thank you, Art San, for being a friend and supporter and sponsoring a portion of the show. So let me get to the guest. But first I want to say, if you want to connect with me on my website and my Instagram, I'm at The Street Angel at Instagram, and also my website, thestreetangel.com. So you can connect with me, book my healing work. I do different type of healing work than the healers I'll be interviewing today. And so my first guest, his name is Daniel the Healer, and he does energy healing, and he's a body whisperer and gazer, psychic energy chiropractor, spiritual counselor, and he leads and heals with love, a heart-centered approach, and he has worked on me. So without further ado, to my left is Daniel the Healer.
Well, hello, Manny.
Hello.
It's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for reaching out to me and having me on your show.
Well, you're welcome. I mean, I let's see, you found me on Facebook, and then I kept you in my brain. I wanted to interview you, and then I went and had a session with him, and but you wanted to talk about something going on with the turbulent times going on right now.
Yes, I do. Thank you. So these are very, very, very turbulent and different times. First of all, in the recent past, there's been three things that specifically have changed. Number one, the female energy, the goddess energy, is coming back. It's been kind of in the background, and for you guys out there, this is not a competition taking away what you have to offer with your masculine energy. This is basically just the feminine energy coming to join the masculine energy to be able to do things on a greater scale. Second great changes that have happened in the recent past is that until maybe 15, 20 years ago, it was your past that determined your present. At this point, it's your future that determines your present. So you need to be able to look into the future. You need to have some sort of an idea of where you want to go so you can bring in these energies. Additionally, the third portion that I'd like to speak about very specifically is, as of next year, 2018, we're going into a new reality.
It's not working.
We're actually moving, all of us, our society, all the people on Earth, we're moving up a level. And so we're moving from a society that is under the rule of law to a society that now is going to come under the rule of love. And to be there, to be in that place, to be able to access that new energy, because you have to float on that vibration for you to be able to access it. To be able to be there, you have to open up your heart. And one of the ways that you do open up your heart, and I want to point out to Mandolin's sign, be kind. If you have caringness and kindness, you will activate your heart. You will activate your heart energies, and you will be able to access that glorious, glorious future that awaits us as of next year.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. And I wanted to see, you say that you're an intuitive, holistic energy healer. Did you want to explain that a little bit and what services you offer?
Well, let's just first of all explain who I am and what I do.
Okay.
As intuitive, first of all, I work with energies. You see, you are much more energy than anything else. You are not this body. You have a body. It is your partner, but you're the energy that inhabits this body. And if something is wrong with these energies, you don't function well. So that's the first point. Intuitive. It means that I receive information outside of the regular 5 senses, the touch, the hear, the smell, the taste, and the sight. I receive information outside of that, and that's why I'm an intuitive. And finally, what does holistic mean? Holistic means that I work with all of your bodies. You see, you function on 4 different levels. You function, indeed, you have a body on the physical, you function on the mental, you function on the emotional, and finally, you function on the spiritual. And so sometimes you may have something that doesn't work well in your body, and you go and see a doctor. Like today I spoke with a woman who has liver problems, and nobody can figure out why she has liver troubles. And the reason she has is because she doesn't have an outlet for her emotions. So she's now in her early 40s, and she has like 35 years of frustrations that are stuck in her body. And where does the body store unprocessed emotions? In your liver. And so this woman has a liver problem because she hasn't worked things out emotionally. And so when you're at a point where you don't know what's what, you've seen all the specialists, nobody can figure out what's wrong with you, that's the time that you need to go and see an intuitive, holistic energy healer. All right. That's that.
Yeah, I mean, so I went and saw you. And he was definitely accurate with things that he saw, like you psychically could see things like I had been through or something like that. And you were, specific. And so I was like, yeah, that's true. And something that I can say absolutely that had shifted or changed since I saw Daniel as a healer was my neck on my right side. I have had problems with both sides of my neck, particularly really bad on my left side. And I don't know if it's from 2 old car accidents I was in that hit me on the same side of my door. They weren't like high speed, but they still, kinked my neck. Or if it was from sleeping too much on that side of my body on a bad pillow. But either way, both sides hurt. But after I saw him, my right side has been changed and better. So I still need more work on this side. But definitely I noticed a shift on the right side. And
I guess we'll have to have you back.
Yeah,
Do the other
fix
side.
the other side.
Yes.
But he does it like sitting across from you, where he's like adjusting with his hands from a distance, and it was interesting to experience. But it definitely did work, and I know because I went and saw the chiropractor like a day or 2 later, and I was like, it was a noticeable difference and change. So I think we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back to talk more and interview you more.
All right. Thank you.
All right, we're back and to the Street Angel Show at Zena TV Hollywood Studios, and we were talking with Daniel the Healer, And we were talking about how he does energy work. And so you say you're a gazer, right? You want to explain what that means to the audience?
That is correct. I am a gazer. What that basically means is I've learned many, many modalities over the years, and one of the modalities that I learned is quantum touch. If you want to know more, you can go at quantumtouch.com. I'm not affiliated with them, but I think it's the most effective and most potent heart-based modality that it is out there, and it's kind of a mission. I want everybody to become a quantum touch healer. So anyway, in level 1, what you learn to go into your heart, and you learn to channel these energies down your arms and through the gates. We have like gates in the hand, through the hand, and into, let's say somebody has a bad knee, and you put your hands on their knee and you pump this heart energy into the knee, then the knee will improve, because somehow the body has some innate intelligence, and many times when there's something wrong, like say with your knee, then that intelligence went haywire and it couldn't really function well. And so by illuminating it with heart energy, it kind of wakes up again and says, oh, this is what I have to do, and it goes back to doing that, and then you heal. Well, in level 2 of the quantum touch, we learned how to gaze. In other words, on the in-breath, I do go into my heart space, and on the out-breath, that heart space is directed. But wherever I gaze with my eyes, that's where the heart space, that heart energy goes. So, for instance, with Mandy, when I adjusted her spine and her neck, which helped her left side, I kind of looked at these vertebrae whilst I was doing this, and the vertebrae said, oh yeah, that's what we need to do, and they did that. So that's what it means to be a gazer.
It was my right side that definitely changed and got better. I definitely need more work. I went and saw a massage therapist who says I have some knots in there, so I think it could be attributed to knots. But anyway, that's beside the point. I still wanted to ask you, he also did a couple of little tools, if you want to show them really briefly.
All right.
He has some serious tools that get into the body vibrationally and work some kinks out. And if you want to just go over them real quick.
Well, this is a percussor. This is generally a...
Precursor?
It's
percussor.
They call that the hammer. And it really goes hard. You go into the tissue and you're able to move the tissue.
That felt really good on my lower back, let me tell you.
This one in particular has to do with resetting the fascia and the ligaments. This one here, it's called an RRT, or rapid release technology. It just has one speed, but that speed happens to be the speed that you dissolve adhesions. And so between those tools, if somebody really is like mangled up from an accident and they've had it for years, then with that I can create a circumstance where that can all relax and go back to normal.
I think I need to shove one of those right up here on my left side of my neck.
Okay, then I
work out that adhesion.
We'll do that.
I'm like, yes, bring it on. But so thanks for showing us your tools. I'm excited. So this kind of happened when how did you get started into healing and interested in it? It was something with hypnosis?
Yes, somewhere in my mid-30s, I wanted to become a private pilot, and so what I did is I had a hard time learning from the manual, which you need to know. There's all this theory. And so one person said, hey, why don't you go and see this hypnotist? And this hypnotist, he just put me under, quote unquote, induced me in a hypnotic state, and he gave me some post-hypnotic suggestions. And I came out of the session and I went to my manuals, and whoa, it was a breeze. And so I very quickly finished the manual. I passed my exam in the high 90s. I did really well, but it triggered something. How can somebody talk to you, put you in a state and talk to you and say, hey, afterwards you can do this and that and the other, and it works. And so a few weeks later, the guy actually taught the hypnosis class, and he sent out a flyer, and I said, oh yeah, I'm going to learn this. And so a weekend I went and learned this hypnosis techniques, and then put a shingle out. Hey, I'm a hypnotist now. I can start to help people, and that's how I got into my healing work.
And I've seen his certificates. He showed me, and he has a lot. So you've done a lot of training over the years and all different kinds of things, one of them being quantum touch. And I listed a few out I wanted to ask about if you had time. But there was Mary L. healing method, radionics, magnified healing, and circles of life systems. Do you want to touch on that now or
Well,
later?
Mary, I'm going to touch on those that I still do. Some
Okay.
I did, and then it didn't go anywhere. But Marielle is a technique where, like Reiki, you have angelic beings that help you out with it. But it's used for cellular memory release. You see,
Ooh.
sometimes you experience a trauma and you're over it, but your individual cells, you have like 50 trillion cells in your body, and they all have a nucleus, and the nucleus is the brain of the cell. And sometimes the cell remembers, and so even though you're all cool with it, your body is not. And so when I do Marielle, I release cellular memory.
Wow, that's beautiful. That sounds like something I need to learn too, since I work with angelic beings. And, I think that could be a really good thing to know about. But thanks for sharing. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome.
The other thing was you wanted to describe what our energy field is and why is it important to protect us.
Well, like I said earlier, your
Aura.
majority of who you are is in your energy field. And so that energy field needs to be good. Like over here, I have this poster, and you can see that we have these chakras. I don't know if one can see it. No, it's a little outside of the picture. So that's
we just got to
okay.
shift cameras. Oh, there we go.
Yes, so here we go. And so you see we have chakras, which is part of your aura. You have an aura. And so if your energy field is not working properly, you see your chakras are like your loudspeakers and your microphones that interface with your energetic reality. And if one of your loudspeaker doesn't work properly, then what comes out is garbled. And so you may put out into the universe and pray every night that you want to be healthy, but the universe gets the message, I want to be sick. And so it's really important that you keep your energy field clear and aligned. So in that regard specifically, if I can mention that here, I have a website, danielthehealer.com, and on that website there's a blog, and inside that blog there's an entry called Living in Bliss.
Heart activation. Here's the website.
Yes,
DanielTheHealer.com. You can go there, check it out.
The heart love activation is really good for you
There
to
it
be
is.
able and live in kindness. But the other one that I want to speak about is how to clear, balance, and align your chakras. And if you do this maybe once a week, and those videos are free, they are there available for you to just watch whenever you want, and there's no charge for that. When you do that, then all your chakras align.
Nice.
And your intent then gets translated into your reality, and your reality can respond to it, and that intent can manifest.
Amazing. So I will admit I went last night to your website and I looked at all that stuff, and I did watch your first video on how to, the heart activation information. And so it's like about a 15-minute video. So you provide why it's important and kind of how it works. But I didn't get to the second video yet. I have it up on my laptop. I intend to watch it later. But it teaches you how to do the heart activation technique. Do you want to kind of talk about it a little more?
Well, basically what is important for us is everything in nature gives out more energy than it takes in, except for humans. And the reason that is because we've been taught into lackfulness and scarcity. And so we're always wondering, well, where's mine? Where's mine? And we go, we suck it in. And unfortunately, when you do that, you suck in all the stuff that is in your environment as well. So first of all, you need to be fed by pure energies, and you have two of these that are available. The first one of these pure energies is your life force that connects to you in the crown, and the second one of these is the energy of the earth that connects with you in your root chakra. And so if you bring these two energies in, you get filled up with unconditional love, which is what we're all looking for. And then when they meet in the heart, they actually manufacture love. And so for you to work well and function well and have a charmed life in this life, it is important for you to put out more heart energy than you take in. You know, you may have a pet and they love you unconditionally all the time. Now, when you're really nice to them, they will love you. But even sometimes when you get upset and beat up on your dog, the dog will still love you and be with you. Well, it's the same thing. You need to put out love. You need to give the love. You cannot just suck it in. You need to give love into the universe. And that will create an absolutely different and charmed life, and will also be the admissions ticket, besides being kind, of being able to move into this new reality that is available as of next year.
That's wonderful. I'd like to move through any other photos we have left that we haven't already shared. That you have a talk show as well, or you have a radio show.
That's right.
And there's information on it here. So it's News for the Soul.
Yes.
What is that about?
It's a channel that does radio shows. I'm there every Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific.
It's your own show.
It's my own show.
And you talk about healing and energy.
I talk about being in bliss.
Cool.
The name of the show is Living in Bliss, because I have come to a point where I'm living in bliss 24/7. And this is such a beautiful state, I cannot hold it in anymore. So to the best of my ability, I'm sharing that with others so that they too can find bliss in their lives.
That's awesome. Well, everybody make sure you check out danielthehealer.com, and you can contact him on this contact page right here that's on your screen. You can book an appointment with him. He has a very beautiful workspace I've been in. It was comforting, professional, comfortable. And, I've been honored to meet you and work with you, and thank you for coming on the show. And I feel, was there any other pictures that we're done? Okay, I just want to make sure. Bless you. So, okay, I think that was it for this segment. And thank you so much. You want to say bye to everybody?
Yes, be well.
God bless.
Yeah, and I bless you, and may the best that you possibly can want happen to you.
There's one last thing I want to say. It's very short. I was riding in a car one day, and I swear God turned my entire visual reality into a light pink of unconditional love. Everything I saw when I was driving. And I look over to my left, and there was a dog with his head out the window, just looking happy, tongue hanging out in the wind. And I got this divine message that we should live our lives this way. View everything in pink, unconditional love, that God sees everything, love and acceptance, unconditional love, and to live like that dog, just looking happy at the world and with mystery and awe. So thank you for watching. We'll be back after a break with my second guest, and thank you so much. Bye, everybody. Be right back. Okay.